So, da. Jetzt geht's los mit Hitman 3 Feuer auf der PS5. Ich wünsche euch viel Spaß beim Zusehen und let's go. Spiel ist offline. Wir werden uns hier mal die Einstellungen anschauen. Da. In Feuer gibt es keine Minikarte. Okay. Oder geht das jetzt noch nicht? Drehmodus schlapp. Sanft. Drehgeschwindigkeit komplett. Machen wir mal alles voll. Was los? Kommentare kann ich nicht immer gleich lesen. Es geht auf der 5er leider nicht so perfekt. Geht nur mit Controller. Keine Move-Unterstützung. PlayStation Move. Aber schaut gut aus.
Agent 47 and Diana Burnwood are the world's top assassins, working for the ICA. Unknowingly, they have been hired by a shadow client to target a number of operatives of Providence, a secret organization working in the highest echelons of power. Providence's controller, the Constant, approaches Diana and makes her a deal. Eliminate the shadow client and learn about 47's past. But when 47 discovers that the shadow client is Lucas Gray, his lost childhood friend, he and Diana switch sides to fulfill an old pact. Destroy Providence. Together, they manage to capture the Constant, forcing him to reveal the identities of the 3 Providence partners. Eliminate them, and the war would be over. However, the Constant has an ace up his sleeve. Look closer. In the shadows. Behind the everyday world. Beyond the headlines and the seats of power. A hidden hand. A kind of company known as Providence. To it, we were just assets. To use and throw away. To do the unthinkable. The unforgivable. And it never gave us a second thought. Until now. After decades in the shadows, we are fighting back. Me and 47. Much has been lost, but we are closer than ever. We trapped the Constant, Providence's chief controller, and finally learnt the names of its 3 partners. In their downfall, we lay the past to rest. And
Servus, Desas, willkommen auf meinem Stream.
Look towards the future. 47.
Alles gut mit dir? 8 Zuschauer, schön, dass ihr alle da seid, freut mich. Falls ich einmal keine Kommentare lesen kann, tut's mir leid. Das ist bei der PS5 leider so. In VR. Jetzt geht's, weil ich ja ein Video schaue.
Partners are down there. You know, I never planned this far ahead. You never do. I see someone got his memory back. Wait, is that a beacon? What the hell? Base. Alexa Carlisle's helicopter just took off. Confirm target locations, over. Diana, what's the status?
Right. We have a situation. Carlisle has left the building. And I think I know why. The Constant has escaped. He persuaded one of the sailors into setting him free. And since then, he's been seizing control of Providence assets and resources. I can only assume Carlisle is rushing to contain the damage.
If she slips away again...
We'll keep track of her. Make sure she doesn't. Meanwhile, the plan stays the same. Your destination is the Scepter, the world's tallest building where the partners are laying low, courtesy of their host, Sheikh Omar Al-Ghazali. Marcus Stuyvesant is 5th generation old money. His family made its fortune in real estate and banking, and were at one point the chief landowners in New York. Carl Ingram is a powerful Washington kingmaker whose family grew rich selling gunpowder during the American Civil War, and later established a globe-spanning empire in oil, coal, and steel. Both families long since retreated from public view, but their quiet dominance endures to this day. Now, the partners likely suspect that we're coming, so Mr. Gray will infiltrate building controls and disable all electronic doors and elevators. Stuyvesant and Ingram are about to find they have nowhere left to run.
Right. This is our moment, 47. Providence ruined our lives with the flick of a pen. Today, we return the favor. Happy hunting.
Das ist schön, Luis. Kann man mal online spielen. War ja um 1,50 oder 3 Euro, oder? Ich höre meine Stimme komplett anders in Feuer.
Welcome to Dubai, 47. Today is the inauguration of the scepter, and the ceremony is well underway.
Ich will jetzt nicht spoilern, aber auf der PS4 merke ich mehr Fehler als bei der PS5.
While a paranoid Carl Ingram has ensconced himself in his penthouse suite, security on highest alert. Mr. Gray is already in position and ready to assist. Good luck.
Ich darf nicht zu viel meckern. So, wir sind in Feuer. Jetzt kann ich kein... Aber das stört mich schon. Das Rad... Was ist das? Die Kamera zeigt der Mann.
47. Come in. 47, do you copy?
I'm here.
Are you in position?
Schauen wir mal kurz. Es gibt keine Minikarte. Wirklich wahr. Und automatisch speichern aus. Warum? Geht nicht zum Anschalten.
I'm heading towards the point of entry.
Good. Get back to me when you're there.
Ich war gerade drinnen. Okay, man hat schwarzen Bildschirm, wenn man rumtupft. Ich glaube, das ist normal. Qualität schaut wirklich gut aus.
Locked. 47, use your camera and scan the lock, will you? I think I can override the Windows controls from here.
Okay. Steuerung ist ein bisschen anders als bei der Standard ohne Feuer. Okay. Merke ich gerade.
I'm in position.
47, the inauguration is taking place close by. Once you've infiltrated it, get your bearings. I'm sure there must be floor plans somewhere.
Ich glaube, ich habe die Kamera falsch.
We need absolute focus on this one. If Ingram and Stuyvesant are alerted to our presence, we may lose them for good.
Radar,
We are so close.
dass ich
47.
falsch bin.
Don't worry. They're not going anywhere.
Ah ja, dieses, falls ich keinen Kommentar lesen kann, bitte... Oder ich vergesse etwas, bitte denjenigen sagen, wenn möglich. Ich schaue nicht jede paar Minuten auf die Kommentare. Ah, die Grafik. Top. Oha.
Everything would be locked up, so that would be Okay, right. But what if they... the keys or a lockpick?
I think those would be exceptional.
Oh Gott. Schon geil. Aber ich habe was falsch eingestellt bei VR, finde ich. Ich glaube, aber ich stehe jetzt nicht auf. So. Mit stärker nach oben kann man sehen, wo man hin muss. Und. Ja. Grüß Gott.
Now please, be my guests and celebrate. And thank you.
You cut a fine figure, sir.
Excuse me. I was wondering if you could help. Upstairs, that is the Royal Highness Omar Al-Ghazali's private penthouse. Correct.
If they're that close, then they have
Yeah.
to. Maybe the Sheik's looking to sell his pet project right out of the
Listen, I want to talk to the partners directly. Make them understand why all of this is happening. And that terminal gives me an idea. There's a server room near the Sheikh's personal reception. If you can gain access to it, we might be able to recover useful intel from it. We'll have to work together to hack the system, but it's our best shot. It looks like the staff area could provide you with a viable route to the server room.
Mal schauen jetzt da. Ich kann kein automatisch Speichern einschalten und Minikarte auch nicht. Okay. Geht noch immer nicht. Wird es nicht geben. Aber auch speichern, das ist schon komisch. Egal.
Lucy, you are needed at the inauguration.
Naja, ich habe bei der PS5-Version ja auch gleich machen können.
And there are
Ja.
some issues I'd like to run by you. Cornelia, don't go!
Oh, come on. I hate
Get me a drink.
Looking good today, sir. Yes, of course. Sorry, sir, I can't let you through.
Right there.
Doesn't matter.
That's Marcus Stuyvesant, Providence partner, self-entitled and arrogant little worm. He might not look like much, but he's done more damage to the world than you could dream.
Darling,
Alles gut.
you know how it works. We've gone over this 1,000 times.
Aber beleuchten kann ich den auch nicht, weil... Ah, das ist mein Ziel. Oh shit.
Okay.
Raus, raus, raus.
There's quite a bit of security here. One moment. You ready for some more fresh air, 47?
Machen wir das. Da kann ich wen verstecken. Wir haben eine Münze. So. Jetzt haben alle drei das gesehen. Nee, oder?
What was that?
You don't mind.
Someone should go and see.
Really
Now.
No problem.
brave thing.
Oh, yeah.
You shouldn't be hiding back here. You should be out there
Jeez.
celebrating life. That reminds me, I fought the rich in Voltaire. You know, I'm really frightened.
Schnell, 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 schnell.
But
Das war knapp.
I'd rather be here
acting weird.
You do want to talk a little shop. I have an idea for the next exhibition. You are going to love this.
Look, Lucy, I'm sorry, but you have to leave. Can we talk later?
I know you feel alone, but you have to understand you are not.
Any news on the new guard assigned to codename?
Jetzt kann man endlich da rein.
Word that he entered the building, but he hasn't reported for duty yet.
Ja.
Probably still down at the depot, getting his uniform. I just hope he's got his papers with him.
I heard rumors that he used to work for that Dawood Rangan. You know, the Bollywood producer who died.
Doesn't sound promising.
Nope, it doesn't.
Stuyvesant is expecting a replacement guard. If you can locate him, we should be able to get within strangling distance of the little worm.
What's up?
$6,000 for something you're just gonna walk on all day? Did she leave the price tag on?
Kamera leider umstellen. So.
No. My wife sent me a link as a joke. Now all I see online are ads for fucking I'd love to just lick the rim of every single glass in this place. You're a good woman. A good, boring woman. Look, this is gonna make me look really bad.
I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Don't you worry. A colleague is also out there looking.
But this is awful. I mean, I'm in my boxers and you are a woman. It's just so embarrassing.
Nothing I have.
But you don't understand. I'm military. We military men are used to punctuality. I was supposed to be ready to present my papers half an hour ago.
Fine. Thank you.
Shifty.
Hello, sir.
Reporting for duty.
About time. Our client has been going out of his mind looking for you. Do you have the papers?
Yes.
Good. I'll call him now.
How should I address him?
It's classified, so you don't call him anything. But officially, he's just known as codename Pinky. Sir, this is security. Just calling to let you know your new guard has finally arrived. Yes, sir. See you soon. Okay, wait here. He'll be here shortly. Mumbai. Ooh, I heard that was a shitstorm. It's good to see a man like you back in the saddle. Guess that's just our line of work. Can't keep everyone alive.
A job is a job.
Well, I guess that's one way of looking at it. But it's long hours. Remember to drink tea, otherwise it will be one insane shift. The package's current bodyguard is pulled in 21 hours. I don't think he's much.
Okay, you must be my new escort.
Never asked me to work for him. Never
I
calls
have
my...
very
Put in my
high
CV.
standards, and trust you will do your
Dick.
duty.
Such
You have your credentials on you? Well, this all looks very promising. Yes. Good. Oh, you worked for Darwood Rangan. Hope you weren't there on the day of his tragic death. Okay, this all looks very good. Come on, let's walk. Need to tell you a bit about what I expect from you. I expect you to be by my side 24/7, unless I say otherwise. Bathroom breaks are, of course, permitted, but only when I say so. I have a very important, delicate meeting today, in which I expect you to keep your ears closed, but your eyes wide open. Understood? Now, your papers were indeed impressive, but I need to see what you can do with my own eyes. My father used to take me hunting. He was an avid hunter. I personally hated it, but always admired his skill with a knife, and grew to appreciate what it takes to gut an animal. Have you ever tried to gut an animal?
Yes.
Good. Then you know it's not so easy as it looks.
I'm really not
Like
sure
trying
about
to
these green
stab a
batteries.
rubber ball. Bounces back if you don't stab it correctly. We are almost here. You have to understand, I didn't get where I am by blind faith. Okay, we are almost there. You see the shooting targets? Any fool can shoot a target. With a knife? No. That's where the talent lies. My father always used to say, if you are good with a knife, you're even better with a gun. I want to see your skills. I don't know why, but I've always trusted a man who could throw a knife. I'm sure a psychiatrist would have a field day with that statement. So, show me what you got. Do well and you work for me. Fail, get out of here, and I never want to see your face again. Let's just hope he's half as good as you were.
Only time will tell. But I know.
You cocky idiot. Oh, spot on. Nice throw. Look at that. Not bad at all. That was a magnificent performance. I like you. I think we will get along just fine.
You've gained
Okay,
his
I
trust.
think I got the right man now.
What to do with
Thank you for
all
your
that
services.
power?
Take the rest of the day off. You deserve it.
Thank you, sir. It was an honor. Thank you, sir.
You impressed me. You really did. But let's get to work. Some things you should know about me. This is very much on a no basis. I'm here incognito. So I want you to stay close, but not too close. Especially with me.
You got him, 47. Marcus Stuyvesant won't be a problem anymore. Let's move on to
Der ist
Carl
weg.
Ingram. We're not done yet.
So. Jetzt müssen wir noch. Das schaut so geil aus. Na, dafür, dass ich Höhenangst habe. Gut, das ist schlechte Sicht. Schlechtes Wetter. Vielleicht deswegen dem, dass es nicht so schlimm für mich ist. Und ich sitze. Das hat jetzt weggehört, super.
Zulu, take point. Roger that.
Bingo.
Sir.
And it's up. However, even we are not bulletproof, as has been proven with recent
But I like
events.
listening to the radio.
No, I don't
Our
believe
Royal
our
Highness has never
current
spoken
dilemma
about
is
it before.
caused by vanity,
but Mr.
arrogance, or
Abrams,
even
the Royal Highness's guest, has requested no noise of any kind.
Okay, but it means I'll work slower.
I don't care.
We were lured by the serpent of the Garden of Eden. And
Slow.
ate
And I'll probably get a warning.
the fools we were. So trust no one. I cannot emphasize that enough. Don't trust.
Hope everyone's having a good time. Hey, mister, you dropped something.
Na, darunter hauen ist auch scheiße. Super. Wo ist der jetzt da?
Wonder if there are any other blood-sucking journalists out there.
Here's spring come, and the night one makes up bands that roam the town and sing out carnival. And I've been 3 weeks shut within my mew, a painting for a great...
Hey, what are you doing? Help me! Can't someone just help me?
Shit.
Seeker, this is Alpha 4 Actual. Sounds a serious troublemaker.
It smells delicious. Is it nearly done?
Are you kidding me? No, it needs to simmer for perfection. It must not be disturbed. You speed it up, and you break all the glorious flavors. You'll become mush.
Well, I got a call from upstairs that gets me hungry.
When that clock rings,
Come on, get up. Don't waste my time. Man, I've got someone on the ground. Hold on.
That's Carl Ingram, Providence partner and brass ball billionaire. Legend of the Blue Fixer Ingram is old money and as rotten as they come.
I thought about what you said.
Ja, Mission geschafft. Erste Mission. So. Ja, es ist gut, Louis.
If that's your winning face, I'd hate to see you lose.
We underestimated the Constant.
Yeah, he's a glorified desk clerk.
He's not just after the money. He wants it all.
We caught him once, we can do it again. And, well, we're not the ones who let him escape.
You still don't trust her.
I don't like executive decision makers. Look, you don't have to follow her, you know? Soon, this will be over. Maybe it's time to think about the future. You have to face the possibility that there's no going back. If the ICA knows what you did...
She'll make it right. She always does.
We have a fix on Carlisle. Come on. We've got a plane to catch. I hope you like the rain, 47.
Miss Burnwood.
How did you...
I have everyone's number. You really ought to know by now.
You planned this? All of it?
Don't be silly. I just played the hand I was dealt.
We'll find you.
You had me. Where'd that get you?
We handed you an empire.
It's for the best. The partners were complacent, set in their ways. But power is more than just security. Providence can be an agent of change. Surely you understand. Or you will. Soon enough.
She came home.
Carlisle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlisle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlisle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlisle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlisle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlisle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, And it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture. So don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Mr. Nougat, servus, willkommen. Ah, schon wieder Mr. Nougat. Hä? Achso, danke für den Raid mit 4 Zuschauern. Auf dem Handy sieht man das nicht so.
The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
Was that?
Come on, give me a break.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
Hey!
Scheiße.
Come in, you there? We've got a situation. Probably some punk kid to make the place miserable for everyone.
I'm sure my heart would have jumped right out of my chest.
I can believe that. What a surprise.
Can somebody help me? Please, someone help me over here.
Okay, shit. This just got serious. I need the ID of the bum. Can you tell me what he looked like? Everything went so fast. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be okay.
There you are. We've got trouble. There's a real nasty troublemaker out there.
Help! Thank you. Help me, on your part. Okay. Whoa. Help you. Command! You read me! Hey, found someone. He's naked. Oh my god.
Huh? Oh no, this is not happening.
Hey, what's going on?
We got someone out there causing trouble.
He's hurt. Come on, do you read?
We got a psychopath on the loose.
Okay, enlighten me here. Do you have a description?
Didn't see him, so no ID, I'm afraid.
Stand up and fight the alien. Please help! Help me! Oh my god! Please help me! You need to help me. Some tosser is making a scene. Please step aside. I'll handle this. Time to step up your game.
Copy that. Command, how do you read me? Over. We've got a certified nuisance that needs to be addressed. He's a bald, pale white man in his early 40s, and he was in a dark blue jacket and 64 jeans.
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Yes, please.
If you'd follow me.
Come on, come in. You copy?
I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so...
Let it rip! Kill him! Yeah, okay. I hear you.
Please help! Please!
Max? Komm, das. Ich kann nicht online gehen. Schön. Mhm. Ja, jetzt. So, Hitman 1, 2, 3. Kann man in Feuer spielen, Leute. Ja, geht alles. Jetzt bin ich online, jetzt speichert er wenigstens. So. Wenn ihr Fragen habt, könnt ihr ruhig gerne was schreiben.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home.
So, das werden wir überspringen, das haben wir zuerst schon gesehen. Jetzt sind wir bei der zweiten Mission. So. Dann mal los.
This is a private area, sir.
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning.
So.
I'm curious why he's
Den müssen wir aufhalten.
Maybe you should do some detecting yourself.
Den brauchen wir. Das hat er nicht gehört. Na klar.
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Please do.
If you'd follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen a place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all.
You shouldn't be here!
Pento, servus, willkommen auf meinem Stream. Ja, wenn ich mich verkleide, ist wurscht, mit wem kriege ich ein bisschen Erfahrung. Ist normal. So.
Planning to give the whole grounds an overhaul.
Yes, there's so much to do before the funeral tomorrow.
And the woman isn't even dead. Too bad we're not allowed to tell. That would make a great story at the pub tonight.
Don't say that. Don't even think it, Matt.
there. We made that sound.
Jetzt kommt er daher und ich hol mir den.
Nice. Sorry, sir, can't let you through here. Not happening.
Gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
Oh, you mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
Hello.
Did all the groceries arrive? I heard some of the delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate. But Whitey's safe with Ethel. She never misses a step. Gossiping and work, though.
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff just now.
Great.
I stop thinking about Emma all the time, but she just makes me so angry.
Tell me.
She turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlyle's bedroom. We're the new heads of the family after all. It is only fitting, she said. Well, Gregory put a stop to it, which was a surprise. He normally accepts his wife's outrageous behaviour without batting an eyelid. But staying in his mother's bed so soon is just a bit steep, I suppose. I saw her rearranging the room, sitting typing Madam in the back, to the front. She's not raising her head. How did she do that? I don't.
Yes, hi, Cassie. It's me again, Edward. I know I'm not supposed to leave you messages, and this is the last time, I promise.
Das war keine gute Idee.
God damn it! Come on!
Madame Carlyle must believe Zachary was murdered. Why else ask him to sleep around? I feel weak in my knees from all the tension here.
Don't worry, I'm sure everything will settle down soon.
That is just dangerous! You can really hurt someone!
Okay, sure. No problem.
The Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlisle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Oh, of course.
You, go check that out. Move, move! I hear you, 5x5.
Sweet.
If you only knew what we face, I wonder what you would do. Regroup, close the gates and wait it out.
That is Alexa Carlyle, unofficial leader of the Provenance Partners and last one to be alive.
Yeah, keep it real.
Well?
Well?
Well, what did you find?
Do I know you? I don't know you.
Good luck, yeah. Targets engaged. Fist fight. What the?
Help me!
That's Madame Carlyle taking care of. Time to get the file on Dr. Edwards. Thorn?
This is a private area, sir.
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
Wo geht denn der hier?
I'm awesome.
You are in so much trouble now. I'm getting help.
Okay, back to business.
Komm her, da.
Hey, hey, you!
Da, komm her.
There's some idiot around. I don't think you should do this.
Okay, give him the phone.
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Yes, please.
If you'd follow
All right,
me.
you're all right. Get up now.
I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all. Well, this is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle inside. Oh, I could just cry.
Yeah, hey, bro. Sir, if you want to pass through, I need to check that you're not carrying anything dangerous.
Thought I heard something. Checking it out. Over.
Funny. My mother always said I had good hands. Said I should have been a surgeon. And you are good to go, sir. Thank you.
Jesus. Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion. great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir. I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead.
Looking good today, sir.
So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Hi. This is a restricted area, and I can't let you through. You gotta move on. Excuse me, sir. This area's off limits. Yeah, and don't come back. It's for your own good.
Did the portrait photographer check out? You verified his identity?
I vetted him thoroughly. He's good.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died.
Just
And
remembered I
before you
went for a
ask,
stroll behind
no,
the greenhouse
I do
last
not
night.
have an
Maybe
alibi.
that's where it is.
I was
Or
alone in my
my lost
office
button.
at the time of
One you
death.
couldn't find at the
Here's the
graveyard.
material that I've prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects
Now?
and their quarters.
Good idea.
Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
So, how long have you been working here?
About a month now.
You're American. What on earth are you doing in this shithole? A girl like you belongs to clubs in London. I bet you're a great dancer.
I don't like dancing.
What about restaurants then? You like food? I know some great.
Mary is so upset, as she's never seen a dead body before.
Life can be tough sometimes.
Alexa back from the dead, a make-believe funeral, a murder mystery. Oh, all too much.
You always led by example rather than by words and meaningless gestures.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me. Like hugs, encouragement. Just a single spontaneous caress, what a difference that would have made. Right. I clearly remember when I was 5. I climbed a tree and could not make my way down. I was scared and called out.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want to know?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary,
Ja,
my
Louis.
obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's better off dead. Is that all?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Hello, sir.
yes, hi, Cassie. It's me again, Edward. I know I'm not supposed to leave you messages, and this is the last time, I promise.
Did Alice tell you what Emma did when she arrived?
What is it now?
Elaine says she saw her on the top floor, stroking the door to Alexa's office. I kid you not.
She can't wait to get her hands on Thornbridge Manor.
But he was such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own...
Sorry, but, who are you hiding from?
How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
I'm getting a headache from all the decisions. I mean, pram or stroller, comforter or not. Should I ask her to marry me? What if she says no? And then this big funeral thing tomorrow. It's the last thing I need.
I remember how it was with the first one. The ones that come after...
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Und Lois, was sagst du heute zum Spiel? Ich brauche ein Brechessen.
So 41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
Funeral tomorrow. Zachary found dead upstairs today. Death is everywhere. I never thought of it that way.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff just now. I know I have to, but... Yo, Anne, what's up? Relax, man. I said I'd get you money. It's just gonna take a little longer. Jeez, and how's that my fault? Calm the fuck down, Ant. You know I'm good for it. I'm a Carlyle. I'm made of money. Just lean back and enjoy the interest. Meanwhile, go and have some drinks on me. No, Christ, I'm gonna hang up. Let's talk when you calm the fuck down.
Patrick Carlyle. Can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexia used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him, then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my...
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Patrick token to Madame Carlyle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Of course.
You look tanned. I bet Mother spent the last week at her Cyprus estate. Am I right?
I'm not at liberty to say, ma'am.
Oh, come on.
It affects me too.
Phil, did you find out if the vote was notarized? But how the hell did that happen? No? We'll find out.
Oh,
How's everything coming along, Elaine?
very well, Mr. Fernsby.
Make sure you focus on your work.
I will.
I don't need one more maid crying in the kitchen. So watch yourself around young Mr. Patrick.
Don't worry about me.
How tall are you? You could be a model, you know.
Right.
I'm serious. I have a friend who's a model. She says that's the sweet, sweet life. You should come and stay at my place in London. You never come over.
I'm quite happy here, thanks.
I should
Put a pin
let
in
you
it.
get back
Yeah.
to...
Sorry.
Yeah.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
he's stringing all the girls along like that anyway. Hello, sir.
Hit the deck. I'm being nice right now. I don't usually give second warnings.
How are you today, sir?
Gregory, don't say more to that weird detective than you need to.
I was just having a laugh, dear. Must admit, he's pretty good.
What if he believes we had something to do with Zachary's?
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
I got word he's upset with Madam Carlyle. Everything's in order.
That American lawyer in the small office, did you check his travel documents?
I did, sir. It all checked out.
You like, reading? You look really smart, in a good way, I mean.
I do like reading.
Really? I like reading too. I read all the time. Literature and such.
That's nice. News, I'm afraid. We don't have any extra fuses. Ethel looked everywhere.
Ugh, you've got to be kidding me. No power, no portrait.
Oh, Madame Carlyle will be furious. She expects the family photo to be done any moment now.
So, Madame Carlyle wants a picture taken. If you were to assist with the missing fuse, I'm sure the portrait would be one for the ages.
I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it to be perfect. Can't we just take a fuse from another fuse box?
I guess we could do that.
Good. I'll finish setting up, and then we'll grab the fuse just before you call down the family.
Good. Yeah, that's a good plan.
Have you ever heard of knocking? Well, you need to leave.
Do I know you?
Bunch of old ducks. 100 years old at least. I don't know how the...
You need to stop. Right now. That's it. You need to stop.
Stay here and you'll be safe.
Okay,
No.
but be careful.
This is not happening. Oh, yeah, I don't feel so good.
Huh?
Oh, you need to change your grollies after that.
I doubt that's true, though. No, he was here when the safe in Madame Carlyle's office was repaired last week. He had to carry some heavy bolt to the top floor. He complained about back pain for the entire weekend.
Okay. Local cuisine working out for you?
I doubt that's true, though. No, he was here when the safe in Madame Carlyle's office was repaired last week. He had to carry some heavy bolt to the top floor. He complained about back pain for the entire weekend.
A safe in Madame Carlyle's office. I bet that's where she keeps the file on Arthur Edwards.
Seriously, Denton? What the hell is that? Alpha team suppressive fire! You've got him in my sight. I heard gunshots. We have no visual on Tango. We lost him. He's long gone. We got no visual. Reveal yourself! We're combing the area. There's no escape. Give it up.
Oh, sounds like the power's back up. Why don't you take a picture to test it?
It works. I'm ready for the shoot.
Perfect. I'll call the family down now then.
Excellent, 47. Madame Carlyle is on her way down for the family photo shoot. Let's see if any memorable moments will play out in front of the camera.
How are you doing, Patrick? Can't wait for this weekend to end.
You know, you're witnessing something quite special.
Jo.
Hello, sir.
Ich brauche ein Brechessen. Super, wenn ich da jetzt reingehe, bin ich tot.
What is it? She scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she prefers it. It's so unfair. She'd just discovered Zachary's dead body and was all shook up. I tried to tell Emma, and do you know what she said? She said, things will change around here. I can promise you that.
And her son Patrick is just as bad. Just look at Rosie. He has no respect. Preying on girls like that.
Did all the groceries arrive? I heard some of the delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate. But what is safe with Ethel? She never misses a step. Gossiping and word for word.
Oh Gott. Kann ich dann etwas rausnehmen, oder? Die haben ja nichts drin. Nur Waffen. Ich brauche was zum Aufbrechen. Scheiße.
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Poor thing.
And that detective asked to come here. Madame Carlyle must believe Zachary was murdered.
Ja, super.
Why else ask him to snoop around?
Ich hab etwas gebracht.
I feel weak in my knees from all the tension here.
Don't worry, I'm sure everything will settle down soon.
Sicherung. Tresorreparatur. Alles ist da, nur das nicht, was ich brauche. Das Glas ist reinschauen. Dass die vielleicht einen Schlüssel haben. Dieses Qualität, alles passt, gell, noch. Usch. Muss leise sein. Wenn ich mich jetzt verkleide, müsste endlich die Sachen von ihm da liegen, oder? Shit, der kommt, oder? Nicht, dass der jetzt einer kommt. Muss ich den jetzt verstecken? Oh, schau, was da liegt. Hast du das gesehen? Ja. Ach so, das ist eh schön. Da ist ja nicht einmal Erden drin. Ja, du bist schlecht. So, jetzt können wir überall reinbrechen. Ich hoffe, die sehen das. Okay.
So many of us in, we'll get everything we plan for the next few months done in 3 days.
No need to go to the gym after a day like this.
Okay, step back. I'll go and check.
You may laugh now, but I have a bad
Come on, you copy? Some troublemaker is making a mess of it.
Mary is so upset. She's never seen a dead body before.
Life can be tough sometimes.
Alexa back from the dead, a make-believe funeral, a murder mystery. Oh, all too much.
We'll all need a vacation when this is over.
Müssen wir die Tür nochmal finden. Das Büro. Das oben oder unten? Ich glaube, das war oben. Ne?
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Listen, Gregory, something's off. Pruitt got word his motion was rejected. We all signed the bloody thing 4 days ago.
I was Token Milton Fitzpatrick London Bank. Did I understand correctly that I should give it to Rebecca?
Yeah, keep it real.
Exactly. She holds the other one. I want her to have the file on Arthur Edwards if I die.
You're not fearful.
Sorry, sir. You ain't allowed to be in here.
Ja, ich gehe schon wieder runter.
Right there, sir.
When she realizes
Ma.
things don't add up,
One more time, so
inevitably getting her in trouble. I'd rather she knew who she's up against. She's clever and
Da ist das Büro.
who knows, maybe she'll be able to hit him where it hurt.
Ah, die sehen ja das.
But I don't want her to get involved prematurely. Hopefully she'll never have to get involved at all.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Completely blindsided here. I have no idea what's going on. It's all gone. I have to go. I'll get back to you later.
Well?
Well?
Well? We'll have a damn good reason for not being here in person. Christ! You really don't have a clue, do you? I'm talking about that weasel, Arthur Edwards. Can we get back what he stole from me?
So far, it looks like we can't. All the transfers of funds and privileges I've been through have been bulletproof.
he intercepted the arrangements our office worked. Years to put in place.
That's why Don Yates should be here. He made the arrangements. He should bloody well be the one to clean up this whole mess.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Don't kill the messenger, Alexa. Please, continue your efforts, Mr. Ford.
No! Oh, this is not looking good. Are you okay? Hey! Who wants a picture with a...
Vielleicht verklärt man sich, ja? Was sagen wir?
This all confirms that Arthur Edwards stole everything from Madame Carlyle. Perhaps you should let her know how bad it is, 47.
Wenn ich sie einfach töte und aus dem Haus fliehe?
Nah, you don't have the right clearance, mister. Please, don't waste my time.
Das funktioniert nicht.
Portrait photographer check out. You verified his identity?
I vetted him thoroughly.
Hey, how you doing?
Did you talk to Mother?
I haven't had the pleasure.
Stand up when I tried to...
I've received more information about your situation.
Mr. Ford, we can't talk here. Go back to your office. I will be there shortly.
Sir.
What's the verdict, Mr. Ford?
Ich habe keinen Schalldämpfer dabei.
Undoubtedly, some of my assets must.
Homicidal, I'm gonna take you down.
That's Madam Carlyle taken care of. Time to get the file on Arthur Edwards.
Muss ich da wieder raus? So. Hoffentlich gehen die da rein. Das ist ein Problem. So. Super. Die Kamera brauche ich das jetzt immer.
Sir?
Da ist ja eh keiner.
You don't have the right clearance, mister. Please, don't waste my time.
So, ich darf doch ins Büro.
Sorry. You're gonna have to leave right now, sir. That's good.
Shit.
Oh my God.
Uff. Das war ein Fehler. Das war ein großer Fehler. Das war ein großer Fehler. Nochmal ein großer Fehler. Jetzt ist es aus.
Tango is lost. Move, find him. No visual. Target lost. Damn, we lost track of the bastard. Corridor is clear. Spread out. Hold every corner.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
No, I don't know mehr.
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
Did they call all of you in today? I've never seen so many gardeners here at the same time.
I think so. A funeral is a big event. A lot of important people will be here. Madam Carlyle wants to inspect the arrangements for the staged funeral tomorrow. What's the delay?
It's birds. They're making a racket. Structures everywhere. The undertaker has been crossed before we see Madame Carlyle. Right today. Unless he wants to take on the birds. Paper for everyone if I for Madam.
I die in the autumn. I love autumn funerals.
Madam Carlyle isn't dead, so there is no funeral. Not if you ask me.
Well, I still think it's going to be a beautiful service.
Well, I've sided with the Undertaker on this one. It's wrong, Jay. Some things you don't mess with. Others are still free.
I'll never forget those beautiful days.
Hey, how you doing?
I will never again meet someone like that. It's not fair to think what will happen to all the rare plants. How are you, sir?
I'll never get how the Ritz sees it. All this fuss for a pretend funeral.
Alter,
And why
schreck's
not
mir det.
do a photo shoot because we're all gathered? Talk about messed up multitasking.
Stream ganz selten.
I'll tell you who. Us.
Yeah, Frank is busting.
Schau mir selber zu manchmal, dass ich lese welche Kommentare. Ich brauche einen Schraubenzieher und eine Schaufel. Das kann nicht sein. Jetzt dritte oder zweite Mission, aber das dauert. In der Gärtner, in den Haus. Oh shit. Ja, da bin ich auch gerade. Und ich weiß nicht, wie weit ich komme. Ich hab sie schon tötet. Aber du musst dich als Anwalt oder irgendwie was das war, verkleiden. Und dann kannst du mit dir ins Büro gehen und dann... Puff. Aber ich suche noch immer alle Artefakte. Was die Fallfakten. Ich weiß nicht, wo die sind. Schon. Ich glaube, ich habe noch unentdeckte Sachen. Geh mal ziehen. Shit, 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 shit.
It's me. Got your text. It's fine. I'll figure something out, okay? Don't worry.
Gleich am Anfang. Ganz schnell. Irgendwie. Zufällig. Ich weiß. Ich weiß, es war nicht leicht. Und dann ist er noch gerade nur reingegangen in die Villa, weil man dachte, jetzt ist vorbei. Geheimnisvoller Schalter, fehlendes Objekt. Da muss irgendwas draufstecken. Alter, das ist... Wieder nicht der Gehstock jetzt das sein, oder? Probier das jetzt aus. Falsch. Wo war denn da? Ich glaub, da Orientierung 0, Alter. 0. Fuck. Wo war das? Spielst du in Feuer? Ich spiele schon seit 2 Stunden in Feuer. Komm nicht mehr weg. Ja. Alter, wo ist die... Alter, wo ist das gewesen? Ich hab das da genommen. Da ist das Boot. So, ich gebe dann... Soll ich da was sagen oder willst du selber wissen? Wenn du so einen Gehstock findest, nimm dann mit. Mehr sage ich nicht. Immer mitnehmen. Das ist für einen Schalter. Oh.
An old letter, 47. Never opened.
Ich hoffe, dass ich die Mission bald schaffe, Alter.
Under the secret door nearly 46 years ago.
Ja, ich nicht. Das war schnell.
Alexa Carlyle's older brother, Montgomery, wanted Alexa to become the heir to the Carlyle Empire instead of himself. Interesting. You're an excellent detective, 47. Uncovering truths half a century old. If you frame it correctly, I believe you could use the information to convince Madame Carlyle that Zachary committed suicide. Maybe you should ask Mr. Fernsby to see her. Or perhaps you feel like digging a bit more.
So, jetzt auf die Karte schauen. Das ist gut, so genau. So, jetzt haben wir ein Erdgeschoss alles entdeckt. Oder was? Ja, da musst du schon drauf achten. So, Ebene ganz unten am Mann und nichts entdeckt hat, ich muss gehen wir mal eins runter. Viel Spaß beim Suchen, ich hab's auch zufällig dann gefunden. Aber draußen dann. So. Dass die Karte nicht immer offen bleibt. Da ist was Unentdecktes. Jetzt habe ich den Strom ausgeschaltet, nicht Trottel. Was habe ich jetzt gemacht? Naja. Detektiv kannst du überall hin fast. Fast das ganze Haus untersuchen. Den habe ich gleich am Anfang erledigt. Im Busch drin habe ich einmal zugeklappt und dann habe ich ihn tot gemacht. Tot nicht eigentlich, bewusstlos, und dann ist er noch reingerannt und mir gedacht, Scheiße. So. Ja. Herrenhaus, Generalschlüssel. Das ist gut.
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47?
Und das Geile ist, du kannst Hitman 1 bis 3 in Feuer spielen. Und ich habe es ja noch gekauft um 10 Euro, weißt du, alles drum und dran. Hitman 1 und 2. Da war es ein Angebot. Kannst spielen. Lol. So, unten haben wir jetzt alles entdeckt. Ebene 2 haben wir noch 3 Sachen. Gut. Oh, der schreckt mich da. Servus. Ebene 3. Ja. Glaub schon. Ja, der, wo ich jetzt bin, den habe ich nicht getötet. Den habe ich bewusstlos geschlagen und dann ist er wach geworden. Aber der hat nichts gemacht, zum Glück. Das Haus. Ja, das brauchst du, aber sonst kommst du nicht weiter. Ja. Ich muss auf. Das Problem ist. Super, das sind die Treppen und das Problem ist. Die sehen mich. Oder? Was ist das? Das ist ein geheimer Schalter. Super, und ich hab den Stock nicht mit. Und wo war der? Ja, oh Gott, ne. Ich muss mir Sicherheitsdinger verkleiden. Oder ich kletter da raus und gehe da um. Geht das? Hey, da liegt der Sicherheitsdienst. Den nehmen wir die Leibwächter. Schauen wir mal, ob wir uns mit der neu erkennen. Da muss ich mir merken. Ebene 1. Dass dort das Kostüm ist. Ja. Jetzt darf ich aufhören. Bloß mir auf.
I do not envy you.
Wie komme ich da rauf? Wie komme ich da durch? Ohne... So. Ah, der entdeckt mir wieder. Der Trottel. Ich muss gerade und nach rechts. Schnell. Sagen wir so. Knopf aktivieren. Alter, sag nicht, ich hab die Mission jetzt geschafft, gleich. Das Problem. Wenn ich den jetzt Knopf... Da schaut er nur zu. Ich glaube, dass ich es jetzt gleich... Ich habe... So, wenn ich den jetzt bewusstlos schlag, kann ich den da reinlegen. Ist da oben irgendeiner? Na. Dürfte ich mit ihnen sprechen? Gute Nacht. Was? Fotoapparat. Warte mal. Kassetten? Ne, gut, ich hab da jetzt nichts mehr. Kassetten, das ist ein Fotoapparat, glaube ich. Das was. Naja, sicher erkennt man ja. Weiß nicht, was. Wurscht, ich glaube, ich hab das jetzt geschafft. Warte mal. Schauen wir mal. Wo ist denn das?
Peculiar icons above the safe. I wonder if they might be some sort of a code. Maybe have a look around the office, 47.
Na super, jetzt brauche ich einen Code auch noch. Na, was ist das? Da sie. Da meinst du die Frau da, die was zur Mission? Achso, da meinst du den bei. Gar nicht, ich bin durchgegangen, aber als Leibwächter. Einfach so. Und dann, ganz oben bei, ich bin jetzt bei Ebene 2. Dass ich so lange VR spielen kann, wundert mich sowieso. Ja. Dass du Ruhe hast. Alter, da wird das schlecht in dem Gebäude, dieser schaust du nicht zu? Gut, irgendwie. Alter, wenn's jetzt rast so schnell, siehst du gleich bei dir, da wird der urschlecht, Alter, in den Raum. Also. Ich hab eine Trophäe. Alter. Alter. Andi. Ich hab alle 22 Sachen gefunden. Weißt du, was oben im Aufschein rechts? Ich hab eine Trophäe gekriegt. Eine wieder. Da wollen wir nicht aussehen. Puh. Ich muss auf die Kommentare schauen, ich sehe keine da. No. Ich brauche den Code. Das ja, der hat eine Woche gratis, glaube ich. Ah. Und dann habe ich die Uhr-Idee gehabt, die gute. Dass ich, was ist das da? Ich brauche einen Code. Ich brauche einen Code. Fuck. Nochmal auf. Oder waren wir da? Ho, ho, ho. Jagdgewehr. Shotgun. Aber das kannst du nicht benutzen. Psycho. Boah, da schaut ja die Weitsicht da. Erst, wo ist der Code? Ist das ein Zeichen, dass es der Code ist? Ich verstehe das gerade nicht. Jetzt hätte ich gerne den Code, weil dann hätte ich die Mission fertig. Glaube ich. Fuck. Wenn ich das aussehe, bin ich hier. Warte, ich speichere mal da, wo ich bin. Bei einer 3 Stunden für mich schon. Bist du deppert und die sind Feuer. Psst. Ah, ich sag das ja. Was? Ja, aber ich finde den Code nicht. Ich hab nicht so gut gelesen jetzt damit mitgelesen, aber ich glaube, die hat gesagt im Büro und ich bin ja im Büro. Wo soll denn da der Code sein? Das meine, da ist ein 1 abgebildet, aber 1. Oh. Hey, da ist ein Leibwächter. Das sind 2. Ha. Na. Was? Warum? Das ist ja eigenartig. Das ist ein Fehler. Naja. Ja, ist klar wieder. Wenn ich das, ich weiß was, ich lock den einen Typen an, ermord ihn, hau ihm in die Kisten, hol den nächsten und dann ist er frei. Gescheit muss sein. So.
Do I know you? I don't know you.
Scheiße.
Are you deaf?
Das war jetzt knapp. Alter, das war jetzt knapp. Wo ist denn der zweite hin? Na auch gut. Ich kann da vorbei. So. Vergiften. Bin ich da nicht schon gewesen?
Hello, sir.
Ich brauche da den Stock, aber wo steht denn... Alter, der war unten irgendwo. Den kann ich da nicht transportieren.
Hello, this is Cassandra Cox, Edward's ex-wife. I don't know what's going on at your house, but Edward is losing it again. He seems to believe that Alexa has come back. back from the dead, and that he has to write the eulogy for some make-believe funeral event. I still have the restraining order on him, so whoever gets this message now that Alexa is dead better get him under control. Otherwise, I see no other way than to get the police involved.
Es gibt es. Ich finde den Code nicht. Hey, ist das ein Rätsel? Hey, das ist ich glaube ich... Warte mal. Ah, ich bin blöd, Leute. Alter. Das musst du mir wissen. Das musst du mir wissen. So, dann fangen wir mit dem einmal an. Die Standuhr ist 1. So, mehr gemein nicht. Muss ich mal aufschreiben. Alter Fuchs. 1. Dann. Wo soll das alles sein? Wo soll das? Es ist nur in dem Haus. Was ist denn dieser Lagerfeuer? Was soll ich denn ein Lagerfeuer jetzt finden?
Okay.
Hä? Er hat keine Ahnung, schau dir das Bild an. Ich weiß schon, wie das Rätsel geht, du musst die Sachen finden. Die 2 Sachen habe ich schon. Was ist denn das? Ein Lagerfeuer? Und ein Elch. Ah, Kamin. Kamin. Meinen die 7. Ach Gott, ich bin ein Trottel. 7. 7. Mal aufschreiben. Und die letzte Zahl ist irgendwas. Elch. 5. Ich hab den Code. Yes, baby. 5. Ich bin ein Trottel. Ich hab's. Ja, ich hab's.
Mission complete.
Mission komplett. Oh, endlich. Welcher Teil? Ah, der Neiche, gell? Ja. Andi, willst du den Code haben oder willst du ihn selber suchen? Okay. So schwer ist das nicht, wenn man es weiß. So dumm muss man mal sein, wirklich, Alter. Alter, der Ausgang ist ja urweit. Und dann werde ich einmal aufhören mit Feuer. Schauen wir uns die Hitman 1 und 2 an kurz. Und Feuer.
Glad I wasn't in when Madame Carlyle showed up this morning. I'm sure my heart would have jumped right out of my chest.
I didn't see it either, but it was still quite
'47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Mission geschafft. Stunde 44. Na bumm.
Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah? How about now?
Over here! Cover me!
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't. Tell the Constant to start running!
Oh shit.
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I look forward to your call.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.
So, ja. Schauen wir mal Hitman. Den Prolog müssen wir in Feuer spielen. Ankunft.
Look closer. In the shadows. Behind the everyday world. Beyond the headlines and the seats of power. A hidden hand. A kind of company known as Providence. To it, we were just assets. To use and throw away. To do the unthinkable. The unforgivable. And it never gave us a second thought. Until now. After decades in the shadows, we are fighting back. Me and 47. Much has been lost, but we are closer than ever. We trapped the Constant, Providence's chief controller, and finally learnt the names of its 3 partners. In their downfall, we lay the past to rest. And, just maybe, look towards the future. 47. It's time.
Welcome to the agent program, Initiate. I'll be waiting for you inside. Follow the lights, please. Majestic, isn't it? I'm Diana. I'll take you to your quarters.
Someone likes to keep secrets.
Secrets are our stock and trade. Besides, from what I hear, you have a few of your own. I'm not like you, in case you're wondering. I'm in the Handler program. Agents and handlers work in unity. You know the expression, know your enemy? Well, that part is my job.
Knowing your enemy is only half the victory.
I know. You also need to know yourself. I'm working on it. I read your case file. Impressive work. Hardly textbook, but I suppose field work never is. Tell me, what did it feel like, taking lives?
Random. Disordered.
Is that why you came here? Why you let us test you?
Maybe I'm not the only one being tested.
Well, we are here. Basic training starts at 0600 hours. I should leave you to prepare.
Are you sure about this?
I am.
There are no second chances, Miss Burnwood. Not here.
I choose him.
May I inquire why? A blank slate? Antisocial? Apathetic and unresponsive? No doubt the boy shows promise, but...
Perhaps I see possibility where others see limitation. Isn't that what a handler does, sir?
We'll see. Anyone can kill Miss Burnwood. He still remembers nothing?
If he does, he's not sharing.
We will check up on his story. The hospital in Romania. In the meantime, keep him under close watch.
Welcome to Advanced Mission Training. This operation originally took place in Sydney. The target was Calvin Ritter, infamous cat burglar, also known as the Sparrow. You will need to infiltrate the yacht, isolate and eliminate your target, and exfiltrate, all without arousing suspicion. And remember, as an ICA agent, you are the most dangerous person in any room. But blunt force will get you nowhere in this business. And a true assassin never calls attention to himself. Good luck, Initiate. As previous tests have established, you exhibit an unusual level of enhanced sensory perception. Use your instinct now to sense the position and movement of people around you and identify your target. That mechanic is in your way. Sneak up and subdue him quietly. You put on his clothes. That's a first. Might just work, though. People do tend to see uniforms, not faces. Be cautious, though. Some people are more observant than others. Not bad, Initiate. Right. They won't find him anytime soon. This particular uniform should get you access through the staff entrance. Just act normal. Hold on. That mechanic with his back turned? He's what we call an enforcer. He knows his crew and he'll see right through your disguise. So stay out of his line of sight. You're in. Well done, Initiate. Right. Now for the tricky part. Start by locating your target. Intel suggests he's around the bar area.
Mr. Norfolk arrives with some drinking and birthdays. For sure. I must say, truly impressive.
It's a lot coming from you, Terrence. But newspaper publishing...
This is not the expected. British private deck is off limits for mechanics. If assimilation is the name of your game, you'll need a better disguise.
I know karate!
Well, that's gonna leave a mark. Good thing we have insurance. Okay. Unlike mechanics, the cabin crew is allowed upstairs access. I see what you're getting at. Very unorthodox. I like it.
It's a bit of a story. Here you are, Mr. Norfolk. Enjoy the fun. When you're ready, just grab a hold of the bird. Hello?
The target's private deck. Now we're getting somewhere. Ah. But according to Intel, Ritter is another enforcer who picks his own cabin crew. So tread carefully.
The world has ever seen.
Blending in, I see. Well done, Initiate.
Universe's way of telling you to quit, to get out of the game while you still can.
The Sparrow cannot die.
You're not a superhero, Calvin. They don't exist.
Well, not with that attitude, they don't. Mr. Norfolk, so good of you to fly down. Can I offer you a drink?
Oh, no thank you. No. Not before 6. My wife is very insistent about that rule.
My sympathies. So, excellent timing. I just had the computer set up in my office. Shall we?
Yes, please. Lead the way.
Nice impression. If we win, you can fix me a drink. Anyway, sounds like Ritter is about to have a private meeting with the gentleman in white. This could be useful.
Impressive. Not a man of simple taste, that Calvin Ritter.
What do you think you're doing? You don't belong here.
Was Stoivel song?
You're nothing but trouble. I'm getting help. Sunk like a stone.
There you go, then.
You've got a trespasser.
So he wouldn't have to admit that he was...
Leave it to me. You stay put, all right?
Sounds reasonable.
One man's loss.
Excuse me, what are you doing here?
Just a sec, who are you again?
You!
Look at all those stupid snobs. They don't even know what's going on. Well, they're stuffing their faces with caviar. Mr. Ritter's stealing their Picassos and shit.
Jeez, keep your voice down, all right?
Why? They don't mind us. They don't even see us. You know, I almost feel sorry
got the blueprints.
these rich people.
Most impressive.
People get what they pay for, Mr. Norfolk, and you paid for the best. Here, I'll pull the files for you. Not my usual scene technology. Most of my clients are art collectors. So what is it anyway? Some type of reactor?
Well, not just a reactor, Mr. Ritter. It's more of a...
Almost there.
Time, maybe even more, maybe 75 or 100. I don't mean to boast, but whoever makes it to market...
I'm not sure I've seen you before.
Okay, you know what? I would stop right there.
What?
You have been compromised. Quickly, try and lose this and change your disguise.
What the hell?
Your target is down. Now head calmly towards an exit. Be advised, Initiate. ICA clients rely on our discretion and do not expect collateral damage. The red car marks your exfiltration point. Simply push the button and you're in the clear. Advanced mission training complete. And may I say, elegantly done, Initiate. I guess my hunch was right about you. I look forward to the final test.
So, das war's mit diesem Stream. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.